Okay, I've been getting quite a few emails over the summer, probably from the last month. People want to have some sort of, I guess, community project for everyone to kind of join in and work on. And I always end up responding, I don't really have time for this, and I don't. Uh, but since enough people have actually asked for it, I was thinking of setting something up on the site where I could come up with a topic and people could either form their own groups or we could set up some sort of forum or some sort of place where people can go and either join into groups, depending on how many people are in there. Maybe they'll want to work on their own. I think it'd be a great chance to actually work in a group if you haven't worked in a group before. Because if you're actually looking to move on down the line, you're probably going to end up working in groups with other people, and there's always going to be people you don't like working with. But anyway, I could put something up on the website where people can actually get together and work on it. Maybe we'll set like deadlines or something like that. So it will be very simple projects, and we'll give like a 1 week deadline. And at the end of the week, everyone can just kind of get together, show off what they have. It's very easy to show off stuff that you have. You can just throw it in a Dropbox and just drop the link on the forums, and everyone can just click the link and it'll open up that web page in your Dropbox. What does everyone think? Like, that was my big secret announcement. Would people like to have some sort of community collaboration type thing? Like, if it does take off, I wouldn't mind actually holding prizes. Now, I think it would probably, if we did do prizes, well, I don't mind people teaming up, but they'd have to find some way to divide the prizes themselves. I think it'd be a really good learning experience. Because let's say you're a really good scripter and you team up with some guy that's really good at sound and you got some other guy that's really good at art. Like, who knows what could become of it, especially if you end up meshing. If you find that you all work well together, it could be great. And nothing more, it's a little bit more experience. It's nothing to, the challenges themselves are not going to be that hard. Maybe once in a while I'll throw something in a little bit trickier than the rest. Yeah, it'd be great. Like, if there's enough of a response, maybe we could break people down into tiers as far as what they're good at and basically their proficiency level in that category. So you could have someone that's a 3D artist, and maybe they're like a really good 3D artist. They're already a professional. They're already working for a game studio or something like that, or just making 3D art professionally. So they'd be like the head of 3D art. Maybe there'll just be them and one or two other people on the team that deal with art, because that team isn't going to need that much more help. But you don't really want this guy all by himself, because you want him to be able to help these other people out as well, like kind of a learning experience. And, form a group kind of like that, breaking people up. So would people be interested in that? I could probably see, what's today? Today's the 9th. I've got something, I won't be able to do it next week, but I could probably start putting stuff together for the week after that. Let me see. Does anyone not think it's a good idea? Might be easier that way. I'm going to assume Jim was saying yes, that he thought it was a good idea and not. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure. I'll probably start off as a forum, and people can sign up for it that way. I assumed that's what you were talking about, considering the 3-second lag. Okay, well, I'll start off setting up a forum next week. I'll throw out a little blog entry about it. I guess I'll start on Twitter and Facebook and I guess Google Plus as well. You sent him a PI. You got a private investigator after him. But yeah, I'll see if I can get some other interest from people off the site, and maybe we can get enough people together. We can start forming groups. Like, there's nothing wrong with working alone. I think it'd be a lot more exciting if you had people in a group. Now, I really don't know of any good software for communicating between each other. Skype. I'd recommend everyone set up Skype. Now, there might be a little bit of problem if you're teamed up with people that are like maybe some 8-year-old kid in another country. You might want to kind of get their parents' permission before you start Skyping them. Google Chat. If you're actually on Google Plus, it's not a plug for Google Plus. It's just if you are on Google Plus, you can have video chat up to 8 or 10 people. I think it's 10. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think you can actually have a chat room of 10 people and a mixture of either video, audio, or typed chat. So that's another option. There's a free option there. Not everyone can get into Google Plus right now. Yeah, I think it's perfect as well. And it'd be really easy to organize because of the way they have circles and everything on there. If you were on here earlier, we were talking about it. Where you can actually, here's my team. And, here's all my team members in my circle. So if I want to talk to just my team members, like you just talk to that one circle. I think it's really good, but not everyone can get on it right now. So it might not be a viable option. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're on a team and everyone is on there, go for it. I think it's perfect. Especially once Google starts incorporating the rest of their applications into it. It's going to be great. Like, picture if they move their Office suite into that. Oh, excuse me. They've got a ton of applications that they can hook up to it that'll all help. Even SketchUp. I've never used SketchUp. We do have a tutorial on SketchUp, but I've never used it. You're welcome, Dar. I didn't see you log in. It looks like you might have been here for a while. Oh, no, it's alphabetically listed. Welcome to the chat room. I haven't seen you here before, so there's a few new faces I haven't seen here yet. So, welcome to the chat room. Even Mr. Unidentified. I believe that Unidentified his name was Mike before he got switched to Unidentified. But anyway. Okay, DG, I thought you were new. But anyway. I'm not following the conversation. Okay, but anyway. That was my big announcement. So it seems like no one was against it. So I'll set something up probably next weekend. I'll try to get something set up either next weekend or maybe a little bit before. And to start off with, it'll be a forum post. And these are going to be fairly small projects. And like I said, like stuff that a team should be able to get done in a week, I think. I might stretch it out maybe... No, 1 week. 1 week should be good enough. Because there's not going to be a whole lot of anything to do in it. And it is just meant to learn. It doesn't actually have to be a completely polished game. Now, these games have to be... how should I put it? If there's any sort of community building involved, like let's say we put something in and everyone works on it, then it has to be kind of like a community project. It's all completely open source. Anyone can do whatever they want with it except sell it. Does that sound fair to everyone? So you can go put it on your website. You can distribute the code. You can distribute everything that's in there, but it's not for commercial use, basically. I think that sounds fair enough. Unless, of course, you're working on a project all by yourself, and then you can do whatever you want. But I think if we actually do have ones that are a little bit bigger, maybe a little more challenging, that everyone works on it, I think that's probably the only fair thing to do. Maybe we'll write some little terms of agreement up or something like that, that people could throw it up on the website and distribute but can't sell. Something along those lines. But that was pretty much it for this week.